In this video, I'm going to give you my first impressions on the Harley-Davidson Reach Handlebars. Today, I am going to be replacing my stock handlebars. These are the stock handlebars. They're the mini apes. I'm replacing them with the genuine Harley-Davidson Reach handlebars, which are recommended for riders between 5'2" and 5'8". And I'm 5'5", so I'm like right in the middle there. So they should be perfect for me. I want more of a relaxed position. I kind of lean forward a little bit with the mini apes. So there we go. That's before the new handlebars, and we'll come back and visit it after we get the new ones on. All right, so just had the new handlebars installed. They are the Harley-Davidson Reach handlebars. So less rise, more pullback than a lot different than the mini apes. And I've only ridden the bike so far. I've only ridden it back from the dealership, so I haven't taken it on a long ride yet. But the first thing that I noticed immediately is the low speed handling. Handling the bike at low speed with these handlebars is a lot easier. Very noticeable. The ape hangers, the mini apes, are quite awkward at low speeds. But these ones seem to have a lot more leverage. So we're gonna go take it on a nice ride and see how they do. So the Harley-Davidson Reach handlebars are intended for individuals with a short stature. They recommend them for people between 5'2" and 5'8", and I am 5'5", so I'm like right in the middle there. They have more pullback and they're a little bit lower than the stock ape hangers. So the first thing that I noticed immediately when I picked up my motorcycle was low speed maneuverability. I don't know what it is about the ape hangers or the mini apes, but they are definitely awkward for moving around at low speeds. Parking lot speeds, you know, making a right turn from a stop. These things handle low speed maneuverability much better. And it might not be the height so much as it's probably the width, or quite a bit wider than the ape hangers. So you get more leverage to turn the wheel, turn the bike. A couple other things I noticed. Well, obviously, like, it's a much more relaxed riding position. My arms are down. They are a little bit wider. My posture is, I think I'm a little more leaned back, but not much. It's not a huge change in posture. The angle of my hip feels about the same as it did with the ape hangers. So yeah, the posture is about the same. One of the things that I noticed that I'm really happy about is, if you saw my other video about the 3 things that I hate most about my Harley-Davidson, you'll know that my right turn signal indicator is just a ginormous pet peeve for me. But with these handlebars, for some reason, I'm able to hit the turn signal button without making any adjustments to my hand. Before with the ape hangers, I had to
you know, I ended up rolling off the throttle on accident. If I tried to reach the button, I had to uncover the brake, because I ride with 2 fingers covering the brake at all times. It's just sort of a habit for me. If I don't, I'm really uncomfortable. So with the ape hangers, I had to kind of pull my hand back so that my fingers weren't covering the brake, and my palm would come off the throttle. And oftentimes I would accidentally roll the throttle on trying to hit the indicator, and if I didn't roll the throttle on trying to hit the indicator, I would roll it off, putting my hand back into place. And with these handlebars, for some reason, I don't know if it's the height, I don't know if it's the width, I don't know if it's the angle that my hand is out, because there is a different angle. The ape hangers, the bars are more perpendicular to your body, and these are kind of, you know, at a 45-degree angle. I don't know if that's it, but whatever it is, I'm able to reach the turn signal indicator. So one of those things that I hated about my Harley Davidson, I actually hate less. The mirrors are just as good, just about. I see a little bit more of my shoulder than with the ape hangers. You know, with the ape hangers, the mirrors are up higher, so I think it kind of goes maybe over your shoulder, depending on your stature. I was a short guy, I think it was kind of going over my shoulders. Now I can see my shoulders a little bit better, which, hello turkey, which I don't want to see my shoulders. But, you know, it's really not that big of a deal. I'm not, I don't really, this sounds bad, but I don't really use my mirrors all that much. Like, I'm more concerned about what's in front of me. Like, you know, that's where the accidents happen. That's where bad stuff happens, is that way. Behind me, I'm not so worried about, because most of the time, I don't ride in traffic. Alright, but, okay, so back to the handlebars. Yeah, they're much more comfortable. One bad thing about them is that I lose the cool factor, right? Like ape hangers, or there's another turkey. Stay out of the road. That didn't scare him. Stock pipes, can't scare a turkey. I lost some cool factor, right? Ape hangers, they just look cooler. I don't know why, but ape hangers definitely have like a more of a cool factor. And switching to handlebars like these is kind of like, oh, now you're riding your grandpa's bike, you know, this old, you know, Honda, this comfortable Honda. So yeah, you lose a little bit of cool factor there. But on the other hand too, this is a little bit more like, you know, if you had a fat boy, this is more of the handlebar position you would have if you had a fat boy. And fat boys, those are badass motorcycles. You know, this is kind of like the position that Arnold in Terminator 2 sat in when he was riding his fat boy. So, you know, I'm less concerned about what looks good. I'd rather I'd rather be comfortable than look really cool, to be honest with you. So in the corners, turning kind of, I mean, it pretty much feels the same. It's not that different. I think maybe these handlebars, they have a little bit more leverage. I think turning in is a little bit easier. The initial turn in when you push on the bar to turn in. And then, like, of course, if you have like a flip-flop where you turn in left and then you turn in right, like transitioning from left to right should be easier as well with these. But it's not a big enough difference to warrant changing handlebars just for that. Like these ones, if anything were to warrant the change, it would be the comfort. Having your arms down a little bit, having the bars a little bit closer to you, sitting a little bit more relaxed, in a relaxed posture rather than hunched forward, arms way up. So yeah, these are just mostly for comfort. I do think they make the bike handle a little bit better, marginally. Yeah, they do handle better. I cut a couple of corners there a little like too sharp. I came in a little too close to the inside. I'm turning it sharper than I expected, so I think these definitely handle better than the ape hangers. Let's see what else. I don't need new cables. Don't need new cables. And now, looking at this, it's clear that I have excess cable. That the ape hangers actually used more cable than these do. So I've got extra clutch cable and extra brake line. So if I wanted to, I could put a little riser in there that would, you know, raise it up a couple inches, maybe back a little bit. I think that would improve the comfort even more for me, because I'm just a short guy. I'm a small dude. So cables, yeah, you don't need new cables or lines. No brake lines. Let's see what else. All the controls feel all the same. Everything's kind of in the same spot. So no difference with like the brake levers or anything, or the clutch lever. That's about it. Can't think of anything else. I'll do like a long-term review, but so far this is just a first impression. The bars are more comfortable. They handle much better at low speeds. I can hit my turn signal without rolling on and off the throttle. The brake lines and the clutch cable you don't need to change out, and yeah, they're comfy. I like them. I think they handle a little bit better. So that's my first impressions of the Reach handlebars. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. If you have any questions, you can post them in the comments and I'll get back to you. And thank you for watching.